Welcome again to Export News. This is part 2 of interview with Henrik Hammer, who is the founder of Geranium Gin. Also, we're going to talk with Christian Blokager, who is Drinks Distributor and Expert. So stay with us because that might be very, very interesting for you.
Hi Sylwia, hi Fentimans. Drinks market in Denmark, it's very, very exciting, it's very fast developing. It has gone from wine and beer to cocktails in 5 years, and it's the development, cocktail development is explosive here. But now in the time, gin is a style in Denmark. Gin really found something special going for it. Extremely growing trend for whiskey, because all the people producing whiskey want to get the next peak. As I told you to start up with, it's whiskey which is peaking, or it's gin. It can be tequila. It has just been Rome peaking here in Denmark and Scandinavia as well, in the cocktail business anyway. Gin has this extremely great position at the moment. You can buy a bottle of gin for 10 euros in the supermarket, and then you can buy an equal mixer. But it's a trend to buy a good bottle of gin today. It's a trend to have some kind of attitude to the gin that you're buying, and if you're buying a great gin and you know something about gin, you have an attitude to it, you have an opinion about it, then you also have an opinion about what you're putting into your gin.
Of course.
Yeah. So you cannot buy a cheap sugar tonic with artificial cannon in it and then put it into a very good gin.
It's almost like wasting your money for the good gin, isn't it?
It is. It's a waste of money. The next thing which will come now, as I see it, is mezcal.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's strange, because it's
Why mezcal? Why not tequila?
because it's a sub thing compared to whiskey. Everyone knows about whiskey. Everyone knows about gin. Everyone knows about Rome. People want a story. People want something special. And this mezcal thing it's very special. It takes lots of time to develop it.
Right.
Yeah.
And mezcal is made out of agave, or is it mezcal? This type of agave.
It's a type of agave, but the process creating it's so special. It's so time consuming.
And how does it translate into the soft drinks again?
That's. I'm trying to figure that out still, because it's very difficult. It has such a unique taste, mezcal. It's totally its own.
And that would be pre-made cocktails to be shared in a bottle in a bar, or cocktails coming out of a draft, like draft cocktails. A pre-mixed drink can be just as good as a drink made on the go. I mean, if I make a cocktail and I will save it for like 2 or 3, 4 hours to serve it in the afternoon, the quality will be just as good. There will be a lack of experience, because you will not see the barman actually do the cocktail, like stirring, shaking and cutting and stuff, but you will be able to get a high quality product but ready to drink. And that could make sense for bars who doesn't have the capacity of making cocktails on the go when they are up running high, like Friday or Saturday night at midnight. And also certain bars who doesn't really have a bartender, then they can pre-make cocktails. And it could be a good solution, because what it's about is to get access to great cocktails. And I'd rather have a pre-mixed good cocktail served by a non-bartender than having a shitty cocktail served by a bartender.
Thank you. That summarizes it very well.
Also, I can see that barmen are trying to incorporate local ingredients more and more. We've seen specialized stuff like amber and birch and
local natural ingredients, obviously, like herbs.
plants.
Exactly. Local ingredients applicable to a cocktail to create new and interesting flavors and still having a local touch. Well, for now we are present in most of the European countries. Also, we've got distribution in Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong, and the United States. This autumn we are aiming to go to Japan. But our focus area for the moment would be the United States, since we established our own import ourselves, where we are cooperating with a few other brands. The focus for us would be sustain our efforts in mainland Europe, and also the eastern part of Europe is getting interesting because they are catching up upon the gin craze that we've had in mainland Europe. And I predict that within the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you'll see countries like Croatia, Serbia, Macedonia, and so on, catching on to that drift as well. Eastern European bartenders are fully aware of what's happening in mainland Europe, and they are following those trends, and they are actually getting really, really good at it.
And if you were to say something to the bartenders from Eastern Europe about your product and why do they have to try it, what would you say?
Oh, thank you, man. This is really marketing now. I would say that if you want to try one of my gins, I've got 2. Geranium Gin is for making new and modern or even contemporary classic cocktails, and the Old English Gin is for recreating the old classic cocktails. Geranium Gin will create balance because of the molecules within. The Old English Gin is as it was at those times.
Okay.
And I will say good luck and just go and make some nice cocktails.
And get in touch with Henrik Hammer.
Yeah, please call me.
Thank you very much, Henrik, for your time. Take care. Goodbye.
Thanks, Sylwia.
So, I hope you enjoyed this chapter of Export News. Like, share, and see you in the next Export News. Bye bye!